I am married to a man who is almost totally deaf, so audiology is an important subject to me. But here's the deal. We know he's old, but what I'm going to learn today about audiology are toys that are dangerous to the hearing of children. And right now, we've got, Nakaya Butler, who is an audiologist, and I want you to tell me, are there really like little toys that are dangerous for little children?
Yes, ma'am. And that's why we're talking about this today. We're talking about small handheld toys that are targeted to children as young as 3 months old. They are reaching levels of loudness that are similar to a chainsaw. They're that loud. And
so we relate the sound to decibels, right?
Decibels, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so what's an air, and how would a parent know what the decibel level is?
Good question. Well, first, a decibel is the unit of how we measure sound. An example of a soft decibel would be a whisper. That's right at 15 to 20 decibels. When I'm talking in a quiet room, normal conversational speech is right at 50 decibels. Now, when a sound reaches up to 85 decibels, it has the potential of causing a permanent hearing loss.
So tell me some of the small toys that are dangerous for children, that start them on that hearing loss trend, right?
Exactly. So the Sight and Hearing Association teams up with the University of Minnesota every year to test new toys to see how loud they are, okay? Now, the loudness of toys is regulated by the American Society of Testing of Materials. Now, what they do for the standard guideline is they test a toy and they say at 20 inches, it shouldn't reach more than 85 decibels.
All right, 20 inches. And give me an example of what? We talking about a quacking duck here, or what are we talking
Yes,
about?
these are all handheld small toys.
Small toys.
Small toys. So one of the toys that were listed on the list was the Disney Baby Einstein Take-Along Tube.
Oh, I know that.
Yes.
And that's too loud.
It is too loud. So the Sight and Hearing Association tests that same toy, but what they did, they tested at a more realistic level. So a child's arm length is only about 10 inches, not 20, or they'll hold the toy right up to their ear, which makes the intensity even louder. So that Disney Baby Einstein toy can reach up to 114 decibels.
Wow.
Okay, that's as loud as a chainsaw being right near the child's ear.
We go down there's the Twister dance rave.
Yes.
There's Doc McStuffins.
Dr. McStuffins talking.
Road Rippers, Road Rockin' Ricky. I need to play with that toy. What does that do?
Right.
Leapfrog, chat, and count. All right. All of these are little toys for little people whose arms are short, so the sound is
right
much
there.
higher next to them. Here's the deal. Teenagers, young kids, now everybody's sticking earphones in their ears.
Yes, ma'am.
And they're turning it up. They're going to be deaf by the time they're 22.
Yes, being exposed to those loud noises has a cumulative effect over time. So we're not saying that listening to a sound at 85 decibels is going to make you deaf overnight. Certainly there are some sounds that are loud enough that can cause noise trauma and leave a hearing loss instantly. But these sounds, like the headphone sets and the toys, you listen to them hours and hours over time, that adds up and starts to cause that hearing loss.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you have a website?
Yes.
Can people go to there and then see the list of toys? And also, you're available for all kinds of adults and everybody to come check their hearing.
Yes.
How regularly should we do this?
That's a great question. Typically, children are tested at birth, and they get tested periodically between elementary school. But for adults, when they go in for their healthy, well checkup with their primary care physician, they usually do some type of screening when they're there for that visit. So if they fail the screening, then they're referred on to an audiologist. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't get that annual checkup like they should, and they don't get their hearing tested until it's a big problem. Everyone notices it.
Everyone notices it. And I'll tell you something. I'm married to a man, though, who is so respected that he wears earphones and he wears headsets. Be sure to check out our website at thebroadcasttv.com for details on linking to Hearing Services of North Texas Facebook page. Next, we're